It's Thursday, December 4th. In the headlines, Students' Loan Bureau, SLB, announces a debt reset initiative for borrowers from the parishes hardest hit by Hurricane Melissa. In business news, gas prices are down by 25 cents this week. Regionally, Caribbean meteorologists highlight urgent climate crisis. And in sports, Kingston College and Mona crash out of Manning Cup football competition. This is the news on PBC Jamaica. I'm Simone Absalom Gale. Nearly 2,000 students currently enrolled in institutions across 5 parishes, along with close to 5,000 borrowers repaying loans to the Students' Loan Bureau, are set to benefit from the agency's Debt Reset initiative. Students' Loan Bureau Executive Director Nikisha Walsh made the announcement while speaking at the weekly Hurricane Melissa Recovery post-cabinet press briefing on Wednesday.
So what this debt reset program will do as well, we will be giving $100,000 to be applied on all of those students' loan accounts. So currently, as I said before, we have 8,890 students, and come next week, 100,000 will be applied to their account.
Ms. Walsh said 1,948 enrolled students in those parishes will each receive a $60,000 grant in aid to support their post-Melissa recovery. In addition, 4,450 borrowers who live in the affected parishes and are currently repaying their loans will receive a 3-month deferral on their accounts, covering a period November 2025 to January 2026.
After a year, if you continue to become current, the SLB also offers a 2% interest reduction in your interest rate. So this will allow students now to reduce their repayment costs and also get an opportunity to have more disposable income.
Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness is pushing back against opposition leader Mark Golding's warning that Jamaica is facing a climate injustice, insisting that while the country is disadvantaged, it cannot depend on the goodwill of wealthy nations to rebuild after disasters like Hurricane Melissa. Their contrasting positions played out in the House of Representatives on Tuesday.
Mr. Golding argued that Jamaica is being forced into massive new debt to recover from crises it did not create.
Only 12 million US out of over 6 billion of programmed US funding is grant funding. That is the world that we as Jamaicans, both you on that side and us on this side, have to navigate.
He said richer high-emission countries should shoulder more responsibility for the damage caused to the small island states, but Prime Minister Dr. Holness agreed only in part. While acknowledging the inequity, he said Jamaica must still adopt a posture of self-reliance.
Of course, small island developing countries like Jamaica are not the main contributors to the issues of climate change, but yet we bear the cost of it. The difference between myself and the leader of the opposition is that I am not expecting the international community to give Jamaica anything.
Mr. Golding rose on a point of order.
The Prime Minister is attributing a point of view or a remark to me, which is false. I have never said that the international community can be expected to give us anything. I know the world we're living in. I was pointing out the injustice of it.
Continuing his address, as Jamaica faces a massive rebuilding effort after Hurricane Melissa, the Prime Minister stressed that disciplined use of borrowed money will determine long-term resilience.
Cool 97 FM is gearing up to launch its Adopt a Community initiative, an effort aimed at supporting vulnerable communities and helping them rebuild stronger. We caught up with them recently at their Melissa Music Marathon, and this is what they had to say about the upcoming program.
We are going to begin our community visits in the next 2 weeks. We're going to, as you know, adopt a community is something that's a part of this. So what we're raising today and prior to today is going to go to the affected communities. We're selecting 3 communities, and up until December 2, people have an opportunity to recommend to us which communities they want us to come into. So coming out of this, we will select those 3. I know that there have been a lot of excellent online response for that. So our corporate responsibility team is going to select those 3 communities. We start those community visits in 3 weeks, and that's what we're looking for, to just being there with the people, just experiencing it with them. We're doing the needs assessment, so whatever they need. Some communities need psychosocial help. Some communities need food and clothing. Some communities need building supplies. So we're doing the needs assessment, and we're going in to just see what you need, and we will provide that with the funds that we have raised. And so we want to just say, hang on in there.
Cool 97 FM teamed up with the PBCJ to bring relief to Jamaicans affected by Hurricane Melissa, hosting a 12-hour Melissa Music Marathon on November 29. The fundraiser lit up the National Studio with some of the island's favorite DJs and artists performing in support of the cause. The Registrar General's Department is reminding Jamaicans about the importance of having a power of attorney, a legal document that allows someone you trust to manage your personal, financial, or medical affairs if you can't do it yourself. A new explainer from the RGD walks viewers through what the document is, how it's drafted, and the steps to have it legally recorded in Jamaica.
Welcome to the Registrar's General Department. Today we're diving into an important legal tool, the power of attorney. Now this document allows you to appoint someone to manage your affairs when you're unable to do so yourself. Let's explore how it's done here in Jamaica. Recording a power of attorney may seem daunting, but no worries, we'll guide you through the steps. But first, let's talk about what a power of attorney is and why it's crucial.
A power of attorney is a legal document that authorizes an individual to act on your behalf as it relates to matters that could be legal, financial, personal, or medical decisions. In short, a power of attorney allows you to make decisions on behalf of someone as if you were them.
Now let's look at the process of drafting a power of attorney.
The RGD does not provide the services or facilitates the drafting of a power of attorney. Therefore, our customers are encouraged to seek the services of an attorney. After this power of attorney document is drafted, it must be read and understood by the grantor, that is the individual who is granting the power. Once this has been acknowledged, that individual is required to sign. This signing must take place in the presence of the relevant attestating officer. For our customers residing overseas, it is required to be signed by a notary public, solicitor, commissioner of oaths, or barrister. And for our customers living locally, that power of attorney must be signed by a justice of the peace or notary public.
Once you have your document drafted, it's time to take it to the RGD for recording. This step is crucial as it gives your power of attorney legal standing.
In checking the document, there are certain general requirements to which must be met. The document must be dated, so an execution date must be clearly stated. The name of the grantor, that's the full name of the grantor, and the grantor's complete address must be provided in the document. The name of the grantee, which is the individual receiving the power, must be clearly stated, and the power that is being vested in the individual must be carefully outlined within the document. Once the stamp duty has been paid, the document is signed. It identifies the full name of the grantor and his or her address. That document will be accepted for recording. Any power of attorney being submitted for recording must be accompanied by a valid photo identification of the grantor, that's the individual making the power or vesting the power to another. You would also be required to submit the applicant's ID.
The cost associated with recording a power of attorney is dependent on the number of words contained in the document.
For a power of attorney to be recorded, it is calculated according to its sheetage. A sheetage is considered to be 160 words. So for every 160 words, you are required to make payment of $500. In addition to this, there's a mandatory fee of $500 for the deed receipts, and dependent on how quickly you, the customer, would like to receive the document, you are required to pay an additional fee of $2,500 for the document to be produced within 3 to 5 days, or $1,000 additional for the document to be produced within 7 to 10 days.
Once recorded, you'll receive a certified copy of your power of attorney. It's important to keep this document safe and to inform your agent of its existence.
Similar to that of the birth certificate, where a birth entry number is the unique identifier, the power of attorney would have embedded at the back, stamped at the back, a stamp that indicates the reference numbers that are called the libel and folio numbers. These numbers can be used to obtain copies. Our customers are encouraged not to laminate the documents that has been returned to you, but ensure that you may keep it in a secured folder or a safe or somewhere that is free from becoming damaged or wet.
For more information, visit the RGD website at www.rgd.gov.jm or call the numbers on screen. Remember, planning for the future starts with understanding your options.
Time now for the Business Report with Denise Williams.
Welcome to today's Business Report. I'm Denise Williams, here to bring you the stories shaping the financial world and guiding your journey to smarter business decisions. Let's dive into the top headlines. Executives of companies listed on the Jamaica Stock Exchange have positioned their stock portfolios with large purchases and sales. Omni Industries Limited has advised that on November 28, 2025, a connected party purchased 540,000 Omni shares. Wigton Wind Farm Limited has advised that on November 28, 2025, a connected party sold 15 million Wigton shares. Supreme Ventures Limited has advised that on December 1, 2025, a director purchased 319,424 Supreme Ventures shares, and a related entity sold 319,424 shares. QWI Investments Limited has advised that during the period of September 2, 2025 to December 2, 2025, a connected party purchased 3,386,530 QWI shares. For the trading period ending December 2, 2025, these were the most actively traded stocks. AMG Packaging and Paper Company Limited with 13,839,212 units, representing 31.79% of market sales volume. Kintyre Holdings Jamaica Limited with 11,419,748 units, representing 26.23% of market sales volume. Trans Jamaican Highway Limited with 7,190,986 units, representing 16.52% of market sales volume. We now shift our focus to the Forex market rates set by the Bank of Jamaica. On December 3, 2025, the Bank of Jamaica reported US $47.11 million purchased and US $54.63 million sold by Forex traders. Forex traders earn $2.04 per dollar, selling the US at $159.23 and buying the US at $161.27. The Canadian dollar netted Forex traders $3.28 per transaction, with selling at $115.63 and buying at $112.35. The British pound yielded Forex traders $5.47 in profits, with selling at $207.64 and buying at $213.11. Gas prices are down by 25 cents this week. The state-owned oil refinery Petrojam says E1087 is to move down by 25 cents to sell for $155.17 per litre. And a litre of E1090 will go down by 25 cents to sell for $161.78. Automotive diesel oil will move down by 25 cents per litre to sell for $168.50. Ultra-low sulfur diesel will sell for $174.50 per litre, following a decrease of 25 cents. For our credit report tip of the day, when the cost of borrowing climbs and lenders start tightening the gate, small business owners feel it deep in their gut. You're running the numbers late at night. You're weighing decisions carefully. You're thinking about payroll, inventory expansion, and every dream you're building towards. Rising interest rates don't just shift the financial landscape. Tightening of credit access tests your confidence, your planning, and your resilience. You may not control interest rates or lender policies, but you control how you show up, how you prepare, how you manage your business. Tough markets reveal strong leaders. When you tighten your systems and strengthen your financial story, you don't just survive tighter credit, you rise above it. And when the market shifts again, you'll be ready. And that wraps up today's business report. I'm Denise Williams, reminding you that every financial decision is a step toward your future. Until next time, stay focused, stay informed, and keep striving for success. See you soon.
In regional news, meteorological and climate experts are sounding the alarm that the region is facing significant shifts in climate patterns. The warning came during a leadership and management workshop for senior officials of the Caribbean's National Meteorological and Hydrological Services. In this week's Trinidad and Tobago's Keeping It Green, they look at the key initiatives they shared on the escalating climate crisis.
Director of the Trinidad and Tobago Meteorological Service, Shakir Beg, says climate change is moving at a quick pace, forcing prediction algorithms to change even quicker. He was addressing the leadership gathering of weather and climate experts at the Radisson Hotel on Monday. Mr. Beg said the evidence is as clear as a sunny day that climate change is creating a strain on more than just weather prediction.
We're also in some areas experiencing some extended drought periods and increased demands from every single sector, from disaster management to agriculture to water, and Dr. Leng highlighted health as well, and energy. There are increasing demands for meteorological services.
He said there is now a global demand for more impact-based multi-hazard early warning systems. Mr. Beg flagged, however, that small island states are grappling with resource issues that will prevent the needed evolution of prediction systems.
Many of our national Met services in the Caribbean, in various small island developing states, we are grappling with structural limitations, with resource constraints, with aging systems, and workforces that are becoming smaller and smaller.
He is calling on his fellow Met professionals to collaborate and share ideas more, since they are not advancing together. Coordinating Director of the Caribbean Meteorological Organization, Dr. Arlene Leng, said global and regional trends are leaning towards improving data quality and not just collection. This will be of significant value, especially for smaller island states.
That will help not only your forecasting in the future, but also for losses and damages, which is another sector that relies on us, the meteorological community and the hydrological community, as stewards of the data, of the observation data, to help them make other decisions at different timescales.
Belizeans love to celebrate, but experts say their growing dependence on alcohol has reached troubling levels. New reports show Belize ranks among the highest in the Americas for alcohol consumption, with binge drinking becoming a routine on weekends. Health officials warn it's driving addiction, fueling non-communicable diseases, and even contributing to domestic violence. With alcohol so deeply woven into their culture, the question now is how to break the cycle. News 5's Paul Lopez takes a closer look.
Here's something that should make us all pause. Belizeans are drinking way too much alcohol, and men are leading the charge. The numbers are alarming. In fact, the Director of Public Health and Wellness, Dr. Melissa Diaz-Musa, says alcohol has now become a major public health concern.
The data from Belize shows that compared to the regions of the Americas, we are graded high in terms of the amount of alcohol that we drink. We are also considered to be binge drinkers, which means that one survey showed that within the last 30 days, binge drinkers had more than 5 to 6 units of alcohol or drinks of alcohol in a short period of time.
The numbers tell a clear story. Binge drinking has become a go-to pastime for many Belizeans, with people knocking back as many as 8 drinks in a single sitting. And it's not only adults. Many children get their first taste of alcohol before they are 10 years old. Non-communicable disease coordinator Dr. Lila Estefan has studied the data.
We have to look at our society and our culture, Paul. When we have independence celebration, when we have a festival, when we have agric, what do you see mostly? Alcohol. You'll see a lot of people drinking, and it's something that we encourage in our society as fun. When we're on holidays, what's the first thing you see people posting on their Instagram? A pina colada or a margarita. And the problem is that we're seeing this in our hospitals. All these alcoholic dependencies, all these drinks are contributing to our non-communicable diseases.
And if this were a gender showdown, men are clearly in the lead. They drink way more often and in bigger quantities than women. Furthermore, at least 18% of children between the ages of 13 to 15 reported that they have been drunk at least once. And you don't have to go beyond your neighborhood corner store to identify one of the primary culprits: the cheap, easily accessible, high concentration rum, better known as Badman.
At the end of the day, alcoholism is a disease, it's an addiction. We cannot blame the consumer. But yes, it makes it much easier and accessible for the person. You're seeing more of their income being spent on these smaller quantities that are cheaper and more potent. So for example, with cigarettes, an approach that we do is that we're trying not to implement, or we're not trying to encourage the sale of individual cigarettes, right? So that's one factor that we do for tobacco. Something similar will be taken for alcohol, where I foresee the big man and the red top will be the bad man, the bad big man. Yes, so these are the initiatives and the approaches that we're trying to take.
Barbados has taken a major step forward in the fight against cancer. The Queen Elizabeth Hospital has officially commissioned its new HEAN linear accelerator, an advanced radiotherapy machine that gives doctors sharper imaging, greater precision, and safer treatment for patients. Health officials say the technology will mean shorter sessions, fewer side effects, and international standard care at that hospital. CBC's Rachel Agard tells us how this upgrade is transforming cancer treatment for Barbados and the wider region.
The Halcyon Linear Accelerator, launched 2 weeks ago and officially commissioned on Tuesday, uses daily imaging that allows doctors to clearly view tumors each time a patient is treated. Minister of Health and Wellness Senator Dr. the Most Honorable Jerome Walcott said the advanced technology represents a transformative moment for cancer management, offering greater precision, enhanced safety, and renewed hope for patients.
It will, of course, mean shorter, more comfortable treatment sessions. It will mean fewer side effects. And most importantly, it will mean that our patients can approach their treatment sessions with confidence, knowing they are receiving care that meets the highest international standards, while remaining here in Barbados with their families and loved ones.
QEH Chief Executive Officer Neil Clark says the commissioning of the high-tech machine strengthens the hospital's ability to deliver high-quality modern treatment every day. And he says there is more in works to improve that further.
We are building a modern, digital, future-ready hospital. And today, whilst we celebrate the implementation of the LINAC, we started the procurement of the advanced MRI diagnostics, and we are progressing with a 130 million new equipment replacement programme. All as part of the biggest modernisation programme in the hospital's history. Not to mention the 400 million on the new Enmore site, 300 new staff already approved, and the new hospital information system being installed right now.
In sports, Kingston College and Mona High were eliminated from the Manning Cup competition after battling to similar 2-2 draws against Calabar and Jamaica College respectively at the Stadium East on Wednesday. Mona High, the 2023 champions, and 2024 champions KC, needed a win to progress. Both failed, though, in their quarterfinals bid. Mona fell 2 goals down as Jamaica College came out firing with goals. Meanwhile, KC struck first against Calabar in their match courtesy of Sharif Ricketts in the 7th minute with his 18th goal of the season. But Calabar responded decisively with 2 goals by Francesco Reed in the 3rd minute. KC fought back, but in the end, Calabar held firm to a 2-2 draw. JC finished second in Group 4 with 5 points, as Eltham High secured top spot with 7 points after beating St. Jago 3-2. Mona finished third on 4 points. And that's the news on PBCJ. You can follow us on our social media platforms at PBCJamaica. And do remember, we are the People's Station.